Okay, what's up, everybody? Coming to you from the wizard quarantine, and it fucking sucks. But you know what? Today is March 21st. Let me get that on the calendar real quick.
Yep. This is our
Show him the dog.
guest.
Show him the dog. I got the doggy cam working today.
Yeah, we got the dog cam.
Move your feet. There he is. Wee! Wee! Good boy. Good boy.
Look at that fat shit.
Yeah, that's our dog. You seen him before maybe one time? One time?
It's popping Waffen Cedar.
Oh, Waffen Cedar's here again. Alright, let me get this on the calendar real quick. Is the arm in the way?
Yeah. So basically we were gonna have people over, but quarantine said, fuck you guys. Fuck your podcast.
March 21st. Ugh. Okay. So, because of Corona, we were gonna have you know what, Johnny? We're gonna have Mark on, Robbie's little brother. I was looking forward to it too, but their car's fucked up, and we're also gonna have Zach on. But Zach's mom works at a healthcare place, and I guess she's worried that she might have Corona, and therefore my family got paranoid as fuck and like, don't have Zach over, don't have Zach over. Because our grandma's living here, right?
So probably a shorter podcast, but we didn't want to chimp out on fucking...
Fuck no, dude. I'm probably gonna stream every Saturday until
I fucking die.
until I die. No. No.
No guests tonight? Lockdown must be... Yeah, it is rough. Not worth the risk to be... Yeah.
Put that on like a... Bring that over.
I think I can...
But yeah, no, man, the Corona, I mean, I was researching it since late January. And now it's amazing to see how it's impacting everybody, you know? It's amazing to see how it's just fucking with everybody's lives. I'll be your guest tonight.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. That's what we were actually thinking.
Yeah, Waffen Cedar, if you have a Discord, I'll gladly talk to you.
We'll set you up in front of the cam.
Dope. You see, yeah, shit's getting crazy. Yeah, man, fucking you know, being a conspiracy theorist or like, you know, those fucking guys who think the world's gonna end is like one thing, but then actually having it happen. I'm not saying the world's ending, but like it actually having it happen is it's very bizarre. Like it feels very surreal. Like my mom and dad, they never worry about shit like this, and for the first time in our lives, I'm seeing them react in a way that it's like, wow, this is truly a very different sort of experience that people are having, you know, like for the very first time.
You know, I feel it's kind of good though, like for people to just slow down their life and just for a fucking month or two just not be on like go mode, you know, just chill out.
I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast earlier today,
mm-hmm.
and they're obviously he's talking about the very same subject, and they're saying how it's very fucked up and some people are gonna die, but it's a good opportunity to like reset, you know.
Yeah.
Understand that what we experience in day-to-day life is very we grow so accustomed to it, and somewhere along the way, like what was the last big tragedy like this? At least here in America, I think it was what, like 9/11.
Yeah, where like the world just fucking stopped moving.
Not even really I'd say. Well, I don't know. I was too young.
America stopped moving.
America definitely stopped moving, but like this is the entire world, and people are kind of humbling down, you know, and they're saying like, yeah, this is we could die at any moment, you know, like we're just these fucking organisms taking over this planet. And it's usually kind of weird that we're able to have so much power. Like dinosaurs existed for millions of years, and they didn't get anywhere near what we have, you know.
Well, they didn't get a say for that fucking meteor that
yeah, they
shit
didn't have
on
to
their
say.
lifestyle.
But they existed for millions and millions of years. We've existed for maybe hundreds of thousands. Homo sapiens have existed for maybe like hundreds of thousands of years, maybe.
Yeah, around that.
And we've completely fucking dominated the earth.
And now we're getting fucked up by something we can't even see. Literally, we're getting fucked up by like just wind.
Wind.
What the fuck is going on, bro? People are dropping like flies and they don't even fucking know.
Nah, not like flies.
Listen,
not like
bro.
Flies.
This fucking disease kills old people faster than a 38.
What do you say? It's the the economic effects. Yeah. Oh,
panic
for sure.
buying and whatnot. Yeah, like Norby was going around and recording like stores and establishments, and everything is closed. Like, and you go into like a Vons or a supermarket and you just see shelves empty.
Yeah.
Just shit gone.
I didn't get to go to the mall. I want to go to the mall, and I want to go to the strip, and I want to record some stuff. Yeah, well, Waffen Cedar, it'll be on the YouTube channel. I just went around and I recorded some shit here in Vegas of stuff that's getting, we're running out of stock and stuff that's closed.
Yeah.
And because I'm not a reporter and I don't really have very good footage because they're trying to kick me out. It was very sketchy looking. Like, there's a part where I'm recording a guy over like a shelf, just stocking the shelves. He's like bent down, he gets up and he puts, and it's like very like, oh, dude, is Norby a stalker? That's kind of the angle that I got on it.
Fucking weirdo taking videos of people buying shit.
It was yeah, man, it felt very intense to be doing it. I'm not intense, but it had like a layer of not intense, but it just felt very bizarre, you know.
Yeah, you know what's fucking bizarre? I've come to terms that my last day of high school has already happened. Like, I'm not going back. I'm not graduating, and I'm not walking across the stage with my graduation. That's just not gonna happen. Or not, at least for a couple months. School's over. They're just gonna graduate everybody that was in fucking. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
My high school experience just fucking ended just like that. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Dude, that's fucked.
Yeah, I got cucked out of prom.
I didn't even fucking. Yeah.
I got cucked out of prom. I got cucked out of my senior trip.
God.
I don't even get a fucking graduation party. Just over. Just like that. You know, and it's crazy. I didn't even think that was going to be the last day. I walked in that day not even knowing I was never going to see anybody or walk in that establishment the same ever again. That's fucked. That is fucked.
Shit.
Zach says, bet, dude.
Zach says, but dude, no more school. Dude, yeah, that's fucked up. I never even thought about that. Because I'm done with high school. That never even occurred to me. I realized that you guys would be graduating in like a different way, but I didn't realize that was your last day of high school probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going back. If they let you guys graduate, which they probably will, that was your last day.
Yeah. I mean,
that's crazy.
And it's literally like what, 2 months before I actually did graduate. Yeah. So it's kind of, I mean, it's a buzzkill, but at the same time, I got an interesting story to like tell people. Like,
Wizard.
I don't know. I mean, my perspective is like, I care more about like what he actually does than what he says. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. 100%.
Like 100 billion%.
Dude, did you hear what yeah, so you heard about when people were getting pissed off that he's calling it the China virus?
Yeah.
Did you see the interview?
Yeah, he goes, the China virus.
So why are you calling it the China virus? Aren't you afraid that you're being racist? Aren't you afraid that you're being racist?
No. Because it comes from...
Why not?
China.
He said it comes from China.
China.
Because it comes from China.
Comes from China.
China.
That shit was really
I saw a meme where it was like to people who say you can't hear images, and it's like the SpongeBob intro, and then it's like Mr. Krabs and his legs. You can hear Mr. Krabs' legs, and then there's one of Trump like this, like this, and it's just China.
He's not wrong. I mean, technically, it did originate in China, to our knowledge, or like this outbreak originated in China, but I don't know. I feel like he gets a bad rep because like he's not like politically correct.
And he's kind of, I mean, he is a little stupid.
Yeah, he's not necessarily like, you know.
Like, I like how he just calls it the China virus.
The China virus.
I mean, like when I first heard that, I was like, man, he's fucking dumb. He's not even calling it coronavirus, not calling it COVID-19. He's not wrong. Like, it did come from China, but it's like, you know, it's like you just call it what, just, you know what I mean? Just call it what it's called.
Yeah. I don't think he gives a shit.
No, he doesn't give a shit.
I think he's like, I already won this fucking presidency. People are gonna be too scared.
I love Trump because he triggers liberals. Oh, dude, he triggers liberals fucking
He triggers
hard.
the fuck.
Our
out of
grandma is a liberal. Dude, she does not stop fucking complaining about Trump. It drives me fucking crazy. She spent most of her life in California, and a good portion of it living in Mexico, because that's where my mom was born, in Mexico. But, dude, whenever Trump does anything, she comes straight to me and she's like, Norby, did you hear what Trump did? I'm like, oh, great, Grandma. What did Trump do? He's like, he did. He called. He did. He did. He did. He called the. And I'm like, okay, that's great. That's great. Fuck, I almost hate Trump for making me have to deal with this shit, dude.
And
Jesus Christ.
Some people, like, they just view Trump as like, this guy, you know, is he going to your front door and fucking like kicking the shit out of you and stealing your fucking your shit? Like, no. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you mean. People care so much about people they don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's such
like, what
bullshit.
the fuck is that?
It's such bullshit. Like, they praise fucking celebrities. I mean, I can praise somebody on like the work they do, you know? Like, I'll like it. Like, if Trump sends everybody $1,200,000 to deal with this whole mess, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I want $1,200.
I was a fan in 2016, but I got red pilled on how controlled he is. That is true.
Is he controlled?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that because I don't think so. I'm saying that because I want to know to like what extent. I haven't researched any of it.
Well, from my understanding, is like he's just such an easy guy to just fucking control. Like, it's just like you literally have the perfect fucking mascot to just go out up there, deny pretty much everything for you, while you know
It's controlled by Israel and the inner
I don't know about that
international
shit.
bankers. I can see the bankers. Dude.
Yeah, bankers definitely
control fucking everything, dude. Fucking
his advisors are extremely. That's true. There's just like an upper class in this society that just is literally untouchable.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fucking like the 1%. The 1%. You know what I heard? You know a term I just learned recently is for the when they say like who is they that is controlling the Illuminati and all that shit, right? Another name for that for like the 1%ers or the people behind the scenes of the government controlling everything, according to the conspiracy theorists. It's deep state. They call them deep state.
Deep state.
Just the other day, Trump was talking about it, and he said he was gonna go talk to the deep state like organization as a joke, right? People think it was a joke, but yeah, dude. The deep state is very real.
Trump is controlled by them.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I bet if deep state is real, I don't. It's not that I don't believe in deep state. I just haven't done the research, and I don't see any. They don't show us any evidence, obviously, right?
You ever play fucking Fallout New Vegas? You know who Deep State is? He's that motherfucker in the Lucky 38 who's just fucking in a pod.
That's deep state.
That's deep state.
Does he run the city?
He runs the fucking whole place. I wouldn't be surprised.
What the fuck is that, dude? Look at that link.
It's a Wikipedia link, you fucking...
Yeah, but look what it's for. It's called BlackRock. What the fuck is BlackRock?
All right, we'll start there later. I'm not trying to fucking go into this whole conspiracy and like question my place on Earth.
Yeah, what the fuck is BlackRock?
My place in society and how
Blackstone Group.
How pointless everything is.
Blackstone Group. Yeah, let's talk. I kind of want to talk about Corona a little bit more. I'm curious as to where the fuck this is gonna go. Yeah, I'm curious as to where we're gonna be in a month. I started this podcast in January. Yeah, January, very late January. Wizard Zero, just a test run. I started. I didn't really know anything. Actually, the first time I heard about Corona was right after that podcast. Right after that podcast is when I heard about Corona. Johnny came over to me, Mikey came over to me, and we were watching some fucking movie or some shit. And they're like, "Hey, Norby, so there's this virus going on in China, and it's like it's killing a fuck ton of people, and a fuck ton of people are getting infected by it. In fact, they just quarantined tens of millions of people into one one city or state or whatever. They just quarantined a fuck ton of people, like way more, like 5 times what live in this state that we live in. I'm like, holy shit. And it's like, and not only that, they're celebrating their holiday over there, Chinese New Year. They don't celebrate anything else. Maybe like a few things, I don't know. But they just primarily celebrate Chinese
It's like their
New
Christmas times 5.
And I was thinking about it, and I was like, dude, that is a fucking movie. That is incredible. Everybody's like super excited, like, yeah, it's like fucking like, it's like Christmas times 10, dude. We gotta go visit family, eat a fuck ton of food, celebrate, get drunk. And this virus puts everybody on lockdown. And now instead of being able to visit your fucking family,
Holy shit.
now instead of being able to visit your family, you're just stuck in this hellhole where people are worried for their lives, that they're sick. People are just getting sick and feeling like shit all the time. They don't have enough hospitals. They're running out of test kits. They're running out of fucking beds. People are rioting. It was I was like, wow, dude, that is a movie.
That is fucked. Yeah. Oh shit.
It's seriously fucked.
Hey, I am Babe Ruthless. What's poppin'? Yeah. Holy fuck, Waffle.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen.
Whatever you do, do not take any chips. Do not let them chip you. That is some deep shit.
Waffle Cedar, I don't think they're gonna chip us for a while. I'll tell you what I think about chips. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think if the government, in fact, they were just literally talking about this on Joe Rogan today. I feel bad about kind of repeating it, but
fuck it, dude.
I'm not gonna say what they said, but I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think if the government is trying to like push this plan to whatever it is, either I hope they're doing it for a good reason. I hope it's not for power, but like let's say if the government or deep state is pushing this plan to control so much stuff, I think it's I don't know how well planned it is, but it's like, how possible is it to fight back? And if we do fight back and get rid of it somehow, like what happens after that? Like what the fuck? Our whole lives are built around this. And let's say they do plan on shipping us at one point. I think if they're smart enough, they'll get us to a point where they don't even have to convince us. We'll want the chips. The same way we want TV. The same way we want our phones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if you think about it, it's like how could we possibly control an entire population? It's like you already fucking have.
Yeah. TV.
Everybody fucking hops on, logs on every single day.
Says, I'm totally shocked there are no bullies in here right now.
Yeah, that's true. That one stream we were just getting shit on.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was actually I really enjoyed that one. That one was fun. I enjoyed
that was a good time.
I enjoyed the attention, dude. And they didn't really roast me that bad, actually. I think the worst they got on me was take up the sunglasses.
Dude, they were ripping into.
Dude, they're ripping into Zach and
Mikey.
Tiki head. Tiki head.
That's a good one.
He doesn't even look like a tiki head. Honestly.
He doesn't even look like Stonehenge, but fuck.
Yeah, show Babe Ruthless the dog.
Oh yeah, we got a doggy cam.
Move your feet.
Yeah, move my feet. There's our little puppy.
Willie. Oh, good boy, Willie. That's her dog. His name's Wilbur. Wilbur Loaf Cisneros.
Identity 2020. Look it up. Bill Gates is heavily pushing it, especially now.
Wait, what is it?
With regards to Corona, as a means of monitoring our health.
Wait, identity what?
Identity 2020.
Identity 2020.
I'm not sure what that is. If you could elaborate, that sounds really interesting. I mean, a lot of shit's going on around the world that's like really, like it's pushing people's like how would I say it, like privacy. Like privacy is almost going right out the window. Like in China. In China, for instance, they're introducing like this like program where it's literally a dystopian society, like where you have to have like on your account people rate you. Yeah. And it's like if you have a bad rating like from other people on this like fucking social network, you can't fucking do certain things, like your privileges are just like taken away. It's like it's like almost like some Hunger Games shit. I don't know. It's fucked.
Some Hunger Games shit. No, yeah, I'll tell you what I think about privacy. I think obviously our online privacy is going away.
Yeah.
Right? I think cameras are fine. I think they should have cameras in stores. I get it, people are going to rob stuff, and it does help to identify people in some situations. Obviously, I'm very worried about cameras in phones and webcams and stuff like that, because they're very easily accessible, according to Hung, that fucking Asian kid. He's always on here. But I mean, yeah, our privacy is just eventually gonna go away, and people, I think, will be okay with it. I think privacy in like 100 years, people are just gonna accept it. I mean, think about what we're doing right now, Johnny. Like we're kind of trading privacy for information, ease of information. That's the exchange here that we're having with the government and the corporations who.
Yeah, the
give
government knows exactly
products,
exactly who we are. They could find out in like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
we're both registered in a school, but because of that, and because we're U.S. citizens, we immediately have access to like fundings and like programs like welfare and shit like that.
Just opportunities.
Yeah, just opportunity that other people don't have, which is good. But at the same time,
yes,
privacy's out the fucking window.
Well, often so people will easily give up privacy for convenience. Exactly. People are becoming more likely to.
Think about it though. Is it even possible to live in our society in this day and age without like some access to internet?
I mean, it's possible, but it makes things slower.
A lot slower.
Makes things slower. I mean, I think it's possible, but you're just if you want to learn, you have to go to fucking library.
Yeah,
get a library card. I mean, that's if you want to learn, you have to go to a fucking library,
yeah, bro,
or a bookstore. I mean, without the internet,
government collapses. That's where you'll find me, fucking library.
The government collapses. I'm pretty sure libraries are gonna be fucking burned.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. There's some animals out there. There's some animals who just want to see the world burn. I guarantee you they want.
That's true. It's interesting because the idea of digital privacy is becoming its own consumer market. Like, that's fact. The amount of VPNs that are out there that you can buy that require subscriptions.
Yeah.
But that shit's gonna go away soon. Like eventually they're just gonna have it so like even if you have a VPN they can still just look in on your shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Or have you heard about that bill, the end-to-end encryption shit?
Yeah.
I was trying to. All right, so there's plenty of memes on the internet where they're like, okay, so coronavirus is a cover up.
It's true.
There's all the shit that's happening right now. Putin, he's making himself president until 2036. That's apparently a pretty well-known fact. I haven't researched it, but Mike was telling me about it. I read a little bit about it online. Another one, they said, okay, and also end-to-end encryption is going to end or whatever, and that means that the government is able to scan all of your messages and shit. I started researching. I was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? Let me look at the bill. I tried to read the bill. It's fucking hard because it's legal literature, and that shit is very dense, and it's got a lot of big words that I don't understand. And like every 10 seconds I'm going to like a dictionary, or it's worded in a way that's very like old English-ish.
Yeah, or it's like, what the fuck?
It's like, I hold these truths.
Tell me straight.
Yeah, it's like I need. That's why I sent it to our dad, who's a lawyer, and I tried to get him to read it, and he's just like, he was telling me about what it was, and it was just so apparently it's a bill that's being created to try and help us analyze child predators a little bit easier through online messages, right? That's good. That's what it's about.
That's good.
That sounds like a good thing. It sounds like a great thing. But apparently, if you dig into it, it takes off. It revokes this section, and it's a section that kind of guides our privacy a little bit on the internet, and they're trying to revoke or change it. And so I was trying to find that part, and I just couldn't find it. I was reading it, so I still don't necessarily believe it 100%. But at the same time, I was reading about people who were talking about the bill, and they were saying things like, well, doesn't the government already like know about all our shit, like the NSA? Don't they already know like all of our messages? And they're like, so one guy was like, yeah, they know all our shit. This is just them trying to get us to accept it a little bit more. And it's like, we're at this point where things are so incredibly confusing, like I don't even know how to.
People just aren't ready for the government to just be able to watch you while you're just taking a shit.
Yeah, man.
They just don't want that. But who does?
It's kind of like you know what it is. You know what it's like, dude.
You know what it is like. It's like fucking the reason why we rebelled against Britain, like because you had to have soldiers in your house and you didn't want that. You wanted your privacy. Now it's like you got fucking soldiers in your house. They're just microscopic.
You know what the government is like, dude?
What?
The government is like God, bro. I'm serious. Think about that. Yeah. Think about that. I mean that in a way that they're seeing everything that you do. They're giving you a platform where they can analyze everything you do, like God.
They give you opportunity. They give you food, money, like benefits and shit like that.
They determine your
place in society.
Place in society. They punish you if you do wrong.
Yeah.
The government's like God.
But it's made up of people.
It's made up of people, right? And so
the government as a whole, like the idea of it technically is like, as I guess you would say, like not God, but like,
I mean, I'm comparing it to God because it's like it's kind of forming that that it has that idea behind it, you know, it has that idea behind it. Where
I mean, that's a really extreme way of looking at the government, but I think the government. I like to say the government is. It's God.
The government is God, dude.
It's God.
I love that video where they show all the fucking news stations and how they talk very similarly when they're all owned by like one corporation. And I like that phrase, bro. This is dangerous to our democracy. There's something about that that's so like haunting, you know? It's just, this is dangerous to our democracy. This is dangerous to our democracy. And there's so many fucking news stations saying it. And I've heard it being said before. It never stuck with me, right? But when it's being said so many times like that, and it's so obvious, it's like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, what does that mean?
You know what's hypocritical?
This is dangerous to our, what does that even mean?
Dangerous to our democracy? Fucking bullshit news. That's what's dangerous to our democracy.
Yeah, it's dangerous to our fucking democracy.
So it's kind of like, it's hypocrisy.
It's hypocritical.
Wizard.
You know, I really want to get back into reading, dude. I feel especially with all this quarantining, I think I'll have more time to read. I've been getting back into drawing. I've been editing. I've been doing so much editing. Editing is very time consuming. What Orwell feared were those who would ban books. Can you read that? That's a fucking.
Okay, what Orwell feared were those who would ban books. What Huxley feared was that there would be no reason to ban a book, for there would be no reason, or would there be no one who wanted to read one. See that? I fucking suck at reading.
Yeah, you read that in such a way that I couldn't fathom what the fuck you just said.
All right, basically, I need to take these fucking sunglasses off. These are just. Them off. What Huxley feared was that there would be no reason to ban a book for the way you fucking worded this. For there would be no one
needs to read more books
who wanted to read one. I get the idea.
What's the idea?
It's that like this guy was afraid that they were gonna ban books.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, information will just be, you know, behind this locked door.
Yeah.
And this other guy's like, fuck no.
Yeah.
People just won't want to read them, and that's true. Because people don't care anymore. People just want entertainment. They don't care about knowledge. Some people do. But a large majority of people just want to fucking live their life and just have a decent job, just do well enough to preserve themselves and maintain their lifestyle. They don't care about like the pursuit of like wisdom, the truth or anything like that.
Dude, see, for me, that idea, truth. I think so hard about that sometimes. Like, I want truth, but at the same time, truth is just.
Truth is cold.
Truth is not only is truth cold, but sometimes truth is so incredibly hard to find.
And it's dangerous. The truth is dangerous.
I bet you I mean, here's something that I was learning in my classes before they got put online. Okay, when I was going in person. I'm taking a documentary techniques class, and they're working on creating a documentary. And part of the idea behind creating a documentary is understanding what truth is. How do you create truth in a camera, right? How do you do it without a bias? How do you establish complete and utter truth? And the truth of that was that there is no such thing as truth.
What do you mean?
Truth is completely subjective.
No.
Yeah.
2 + 2.
Okay, besides that.
Get fucked.
No. Besides that. Truth, I mean, that's not even like truth. That's just like fucking math. I mean, like,
so there are some things that are objectively true.
I don't mean things like that, okay? I mean like in a camera. You can't ever relay information in a way that is 100% true. Because people will perceive it through their own filter.
I mean, through their own like
and
bias,
in that way,
and like,
yeah, through their own bias. People will perceive information from a camera through their own bias, which makes it subjective.
I mean,
you can say like this woman's doing that, this woman's doing this, but I mean, it's like at the same time somebody could interpret it a little bit differently.
Willie just ripped fat ass. Oh my god. Look at him. Take a look at him. Willie.
Give him a snack if you're gonna do that to him. Here, give him this.
Give him a snack. Willie. Look at him. You know, we were joking about it. You know what he looks like? He looks like
what does he look like?
that Rancor from Star Wars.
Yeah, a little bit.
Rancor.
I could see it. Maybe in his past life he was an alien that ate fucking Jedis underneath fat fucking slugs.
This guy, he's a fat fucking slug. Look at him. Fat old dog.
I love that dog.
Yes.
Yeah, but truth is truth is very tricky. I mean, truth is impossible to create, at least in the realm of film. It's impossible. I mean, true truth. That sounds it's complicated.
Yes,
you know?
true. People will always place their biases on a character and / or plot line.
Chat saying that, yeah.
Yeah, we learned it when we studied acting for film, movement for the character, and mask study. That's true. You know, when you watch like a story, and like say Star Wars, for example.
Yeah.
I would probably see Star Wars completely different than somebody else simply because of our different walks of life.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and how do you think that affects like news?
Oh dude, don't even.
Yeah.
Oh god, you just
Because
you turn this into something bigger just by saying that.
because if like
Yeah.
I'm watching something and I get facts and like information from like, I bet the way I view something would be completely different, and it'd be like, it's like we're just on two different planets. You know, we just live two different realms.
That's so interesting that you fucking say it like that. I was listening to Joe Rogan today, and Duncan Trussell, the guy who he had on his podcast, was talking about his situation, right? And he was saying he was washing dishes. And and he was thinking about how lucky he was to be alive and to be healthy, right? And he's washing fucking dishes, right? Normally, any mundane fucking person, any mundane person is gonna fucking hate washing dishes. Like he said a week ago, he was living the life, living in a planet that was completely ordinary. A week later or 2 weeks later, he's living on a different planet. His experience is warped because of what's going on in this world right now. You know, the way you feel about it's not what's the way. How the fuck did he say it? The way your environment is will change the way you experience things. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Like something that I heard was, it's really interesting. When you go to like a third world country, for instance, people say like they're so fucking grateful.
Are they?
Yeah, they're grateful for what they have.
I bet there's a lot of grateful people.
Like
out
they
there.
just enjoy the fuck out of their lives. And then when you come here in America, like more times than not, people are just, you know, they take their situation for granted. And it's flex the acting degree, dog. That's true.
Yeah, acting's fun. Acting is actually a lot of fun, dude.
Flex my high school diploma I'm not gonna fucking get.
Yeah, acting is a fun. I was taking acting in college before they fucking it all went online, and acting is, I was scared of it at first, but it is fun. It is fun. I mean, getting into a character, like, you know what really heightened my ambition for acting was a Good Time. Because when I started doing the research for it, they did a lot of preparation just for the characters. The characters, there's so much backstory to it. That I don't even know all of it about what all the backstory is. They were talking about in an interview, and they were saying, yeah, we wrote the backstory for the main two characters from like minute 0 of their life. From birth. That's
Holy
how far back
shit.
the backstory is.
Jesus fuck.
And so I was interested in that because it's like, here's something about acting, Johnny. Here, I just remembered this. Here's something about acting. Whenever you're reading a line, Johnny, right? You think about acting and doing a line. You think about you're reciting a line, right?
Yeah.
Like, right? Is that what acting is to you? Like, it's about the performance, right, Johnny?
I mean, I feel like
I'm trying to see what you think.
I mean, I'm not an actor,
Tell me what your interpretation of acting is.
I feel like acting is getting into the character.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means pretending to be somebody you're not.
Pretending to be somebody. Okay, that's what you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah.
I mean, you're in a way, you're not wrong, but it goes a little bit deeper than that. It's not about pretending to be somebody. It's about doing the character.
What's the difference?
The difference being the way you do Johnny.
Okay.
You're doing you. The same way I'm doing me.
Shut up, dude.
I know it sounds
fucking crazy.
I know it sounds crazy, but
I'm acting Johnny.
That's literally what the teacher said. Is like, when we say words, we're not reciting from like an hour ago that we like a line. You know what I mean? We're doing words. They come from our entire being.
That guy's on some shit.
No, dude, but it's like it's so.
No, it's true.
It's true. Like when we say a word to each other, it's not like we're saying it from a place like, oh, am I saying it right? Is this the right way Norby would say it? It's like we're just being who the fuck we are and doing these fucking words. And it's so interesting to think about. It's very it's like almost exhilarating.
Actors are weird fucking people, dude.
Oh, they're incredibly weird. You have to pretend. You have to do somebody else that's not you. That's why actors sometimes they go a little crazy.
That's fucked.
They lose themselves. It's a little damaging to your brain if you let it. You know, like Jim Carrey, he did method acting for Andy Kaufman, and he just about turned into the biggest dick. Yeah, yeah. True acting is Jim Carrey doing Andy Kaufman. He was acting like Andy Kaufman 24/7. In that fucking Netflix documentary, he said by the time they were done with the project that he felt like he wanted to stay as Andy Kaufman, like because he could act like Andy Kaufman. He was being Andy Kaufman. Why would he go back to being Jim Carrey? He was being a different person.
I can't be Johnny anymore. I want to be Steve. Steve's me now.
Could have you wanted.
That's fucked.
Method is.
I'd get scared, bro.
Always reliable. I hate method actors. I am Babe Ruthless. People that claim that they are method. Yeah, I don't know much. I don't know. I haven't learned much about method acting.
What is method acting?
It's like making it real. You know, like actually being the character 24/7.
I don't.
It's like making it as real as you can. It's like Jim Carrey, like Andy Kaufman. He was being Andy Kaufman all the time, and it was very uncomfortable for the people working with him, the crew, his co-actors. Yeah. What'd she say? Method acting is when you live that day-to-day life as a character. Yeah, that sounds. Or fucking. I'll tell you another good example. What's his name? The guy who was the Joker. The Joker in the recent.
Joaquin
the recent
Phoenix.
Joker. No. The less recent.
Heath Ledger.
No. Suicide Squad.
Oh, that fucking weirdo.
What's his name? Yeah, Jared Leto. I knew there was a Leto. And he was a stupid bitch. Jared Leto. He sent like fucking condoms to his co-stars. Straight up, because he thought that's what something the Joker would do.
Willie. No. Willie.
What's he doing?
Willie. Give him a fucking snack, dude. He's gonna knock over some shit. Willie. Say goodbye, Willie. That's our cute old pup. Bye. It was a good stream.
Yeah. Pretty short one today. Only an hour and 8. I'm glad you guys stopped by. I hope you guys are washing your hands and being healthy. I hope you guys are keeping your family safe and you have plenty to eat. Yeah. But we'll be online next Saturday. We'll have some guests on then. Until then, I hope you enjoyed. Pop in next time.
See ya.
Have a good one.
This is Bat Country.